two other certainties we take away in those countries is that for every corrupt action, for every fraudulent action you undertake, it's written on the forehead of your card and your data, and you carry it all over, and it will haunt you. Insurance companies will not agree to engage you because of that information that shows that you are not trustworthy. So even insurance you cannot get. The other certainty is that if you commit the crime, you will do the time. If it is possible for them to recognize you as the reincarnation of the man who committed crime in last lifetime before he died, they will try you for it. A man was tried for a crime at a point he was 70-something years old. That crime happened over 50 years before advanced technology eventually showed that the data they have, the evidence they have, was actually his own, linked it with it. He was tried at 70-something for a crime he committed tens of years ago. So the law is certain in those countries. Any country that wishes to advance, any country that wishes to make progress with respect to corruption, must be able to internalize its reaction to corruption. When it's internalized, it becomes part of the lives of the people in that country. And that is the only way it makes sense. That again is because everywhere that a crime is cheap, investors flood it. Permit me to use my state, River State, as another example. Israel will also be aware of this. I am sure you have noticed the black suit. I am sure if you have been in Port Harcourt, you will also recall that black suit was not here before. Refinery has always been here. Petrochemical has always been here. All other companies, including the flow stations, have always been here. But we didn't quite have black suits. We had acid rain, yes, which when you conduct tests, you will see. At other times, you can find that acid rain causes our roof. When you put a new zinc in a short while, it turns brown. You can tell with all that. But this one, colored black, that we call black suit, was not there. It is here now. If you are not seeing it now, it's because we are in rainy season. So when the rain falls, it washes a lot of it down. You will see it on water that comes down to the ground. Why is black suit happening so freely? There seems to be something that makes the environment friendly and very suitable for the action. And let me tell you, I'm not telling you, so I'm sure you already know, that we have investors from all over the country that have invested in black suit, and they are all maximally making profit from bullfire. It's not just the boys in the craze. A lot of the points where the bullfire business is going on, they are working for investors who are from other parts of this country. The reason is that the raw material is there. The environment is clement for the business. When you are starting a business, you are asked to do feasibility study. Part of what you consider is whether the environment is suitable for the business. Is there market for what I am producing? Are there raw materials I can reach easily that will reduce the cost of production? These are all the things we consider in starting a business. And so we have an environment that is very clement, that appears to be making it possible. Don't ask me what those things that are making it convenient are, because most of us know them. I'm a legal practitioner, besides being an academic. And I have a junior who, where I am, is one of the points where at night, it's a completely different country, different business takes place. My junior happened to stay back in the office one day to do research to the next day because of a strong matter or a serious matter that was coming up shortly. And he called me the next morning, "Sir, if you see what I saw last night, around 2, he had so much noise, he wondered, 2 a.m. Why should this place be so busy? Why should I be hearing all this noise? Eastern bypass." And he came out and looked. The water was loaded On the road, we have several trucks. And the one that interested him more, there was a large number of soldiers and policemen who were directing movement at 2 a.m. And what is the movement? All the tankers and trucks were there to load fire fuel. I have water behind my office, so they were coming from there. And by the next day, all over the water was black. And they saw oil on the land, all grass around the water side. They leave another set of damage for us. So it's convenient. The environment is very friendly. It even provides you security for carrying out the crime. All you have to do is pay them the proceeds of corruption, which they are requiring from you. So if we come from a place where local government chairman can steal local government vote but cannot steal his community money. If we come from a place where you get to a certain point to all tell the truth without minding what those who came with us will say and do, because we know it's a matter of life and death for us. How come we're also able to have an environment where corruption can fester? The problem is in all of us. Let me say all of us, so that it's like an Adamic sin. And we have all somehow partaken. I like to confront us by telling us that the problem is with us. It's with us as government, it's with us as followers, it's with us as citizens, it's even with us as groups. As individuals, we see things that are going wrong. As the EFCC man said, if you see something and you don't say something, the man who depends on what you say will have nothing to do. So a lot of us see something and we don't say something. But don't also blame us all the time, because there are a lot who were with us here, who saw something, said something, and they are today in the ground. The local government I come from, between 2014 and 2018, I did not get home one day. Within that period, over 2,000 people were slaughtered, many of them beheaded. We were privileged to find a well in my community that was filled with human bodies, all without head.